Hello everyone, and welcome to my GH Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers: Cullum silences Brennan after dirty discovery, faceoff brings tragic results? General Hospital spoilers warn that Ross Cullum may silence Jack Brennan following his nasty revelation. Will a massive faceoff have disastrous results? Jocelyn Jacks is working hard to acquire additional intel despite Brennan's attempt to place her in sleeper status. It appears like Jocelyn is on the point of admitting Cullum is Jen Sidwell's secret partner and exposing that info to Brennan. Brennan will finally discover the answer to a significant question he's been attempting to solve. Once Brennan understands Cullum is part of this whole plot with Sidwell, everything will start snapping into place. From there, Brennan will have to find out how to take Cullum down. Since Cullum is a WSB director with plenty of contacts, Brennan will have his job cut out for him. It's likely Brennan may build the basis for a trap and hope that Cullum stumbles into it. However, Cullum may be too cunning for that and might ultimately go for Brennan with murderous intentions. If Cullum finds out Brennan knows about his partnership with Sidwell and his participation in the execution of the project, he may take steps to secure Brennan's quiet. Cullum may be willing to shoot Brennan over this or at least hire a hit on him later. Jocelyn might be in danger too if Cullum finds out she's the source of Brennan's knowledge, but let's focus on Brennan himself for a moment. Brennan may get through any attempt on his life Cullum could make, but he could still find up in severe shape. Valentine Cassadine and Carly Spencer have been scheming retribution on Brennan, but their scheme may get blown off course. Cullum could get to Brennan first and leave him barely hanging to life at GH. Carly has been pretending she's still in love with Brennan while secretly plotting with Valentine. Once Brennan is battling to survive, Carly may discover her feelings are more genuine than she's been ready to acknowledge to herself. Carly was upset when she found out about Brennan recruiting Jocelyn to the WSB and putting her in the dark. Nevertheless, Brennan has some nice traits and loves Carly despite his problems. It may take almost losing Brennan for Carly to recognize how much he still meant to her. Cullum may leave Brennan dangling between life and death, but Carly could simply beseech Brennan by his hospital bedside and try to give him a reason to stay. Regardless, General Hospital spoilers predict Brennan and Cullum may have a furious encounter brewing, so remain with us for updates on any GH craziness that could occur. General Hospital spoilers: Britt doesn't have Huntington's, but who figures it out? General Hospital spoilers suggest Britt Westbourne is in the battle of her life seeking to put off her impending fate of death by Huntington's disease for as long as she possibly can. There's only one problem. Some of us don't believe she even has the condition, and that image is continuing to grow clearer every day. Is it conceivable that the medications Britt has been given are not truly curing anything? Will the quest of that medicine to offer her a shot at sustaining suppression of Huntington's wind up revealing a totally different image about her so-called condition? Nathan's return added context. Now that Nathan West is back, we have to question whether he likewise didn't choose to die or be brought back to life. Britt has described what occurred to her that fateful New Year's Eve. She felt she was dying too. She was certain it was it for her. But then she woke up later at the Five Poppies Resort in Croatia. Did anything similar happen to Nathan, but he woke up 7 years later? Beyond all, Nathan does recall being shot by his father, but nothing beyond that. Could it be that he was more or less kept on ice all this time before being transported back to Port Charles to cause turmoil last year? GH spoilers gossip: this may have started farther back than most realize. The reason that Nathan's return is such an important piece of this puzzle is because it points to the inception of this insidious plan being all the way back in 2018, not last year when Britt returned, nor nearly 2 years prior when she died. If whatever plan is playing out was put in motion 7 or more years ago, then it was well underway when Britt's death came, and the Hook incident just sped things up. It's possible that Britt's death was only a speed bump on the way to a much more scandalous surprise, and that may not have been Nathan's return but something we've yet to witness. Jason to the rescue now that Jason Morgan has crossed the obstacle of making sure Sonny Corinthos is cool with waiting until he can get his hands on the medications at Windermere, and if they are reproduced before he murders WSB director Ross Cullum, he has to confront actually carrying it out. Once Jason really gets his hands on those drugs, any attempt to reverse engineer them is going to be likely to show if it's nothing more than an inert chemical like saline. That will be proof certain that she was never sick to begin with, which indicates whomever was behind it was tracking her on the lam with Jason years ago and made sure she was given a phony diagnosis. General Hospital has a town full of resurrections, so why is Anna's story so hard to believe? Half the town has come back from the dead. General Hospital's Anna wasn't able to convince Felicia, Mac, or Emma that Faison is back from the grave, and she saw him in a blizzard. Anna's family and friends are certain she is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, and merely imagined meeting face to face with the supervillain. We know that Anna spent weeks being indoctrinated, tormented by the voice of Faison. Her loved ones don't. Then again, why are they so confident that Faison couldn't come back from the dead, when half of Port Charles actually is? Key takeaways: Anna isn't insane. Coming back from the dead is as frequent as the cold on GH. Anna will verify she saw what she saw. Sober as a judge, Anna has been through a lot on General Hospital, and all my children too for that matter. And she managed to keep more or less sane. So why is everyone believing she's lost it now? If Anna claims someone is back from the dead, odds are excellent that someone is back from the dead. After all, Anna has come back from the dead. So has her ex-husband, Robert. So has their daughter, Robin. So has Robin's one-time love, Jason. So has Robert's ex-wife, Holly. All around the town Emma is doubtful too. She recalls when her mom, Robin, was thought dead. Felicia is doubtful. Her daughter, Maxie's ex-husband, Nathan, has recently come back from the dead. So has his sister, Britt. So has their sibling, Peter. And they're all three Faison's children. And yet Anna's story is absolutely unbelievable. Extras also in Port Charles's Back from the Dead Club: Sonny, Carly, Laura, Drew, Michael, Jake. And that's just the individuals currently in town. Our point is, Anna has numbers on her side. And we are convinced she will finally prove she understands what she's talking about. GH's Caitlin McMullen on that icy bedside confession. Caitlin McMullen described Willow as functioning on fear and calculation, not guilt, after her horrifying confession. Willow brings Drew home and informing him she shot him. Her voice was steady, her timing impeccable, and her body language serene enough to be disturbing. It wasn't shown as remorse or release, but as something she had already made peace with expressing. That choice affected the tale around her, and Caitlin McMullen's observations later felt less like cleaning and more like a clear-eyed look at how Willow's sense of control progressively eclipsed everything else. Key takeaways: Caitlin McMullen described Willow's behavior as pressure-driven, not cruel. Willow feels the confession was necessary, not therapeutic. Fear, not pride, governed Willow's decisions. Her purpose altered from murdering Drew to keeping him bedridden. Power and leverage mattered more to Willow than closure. Framing Michael was retaliatory, not designed to permanently harm him. Inside Willow's head, McMullen spoke with Soap Opera Digest about the scene, concentrating on Willow's internal thinking more than the shock of the event. She regarded it as pressure-driven conduct rather than cruelty. When she responded, "I think part of her is devastated that this is happening, or that it has to happen," it framed the confession as something Willow thought she needed to do, not something designed to relieve emotion. That sense of urgency persisted through McMullen's portrayal of Willow's mental state, where pride never played a part, and terror guided her, convincing her that Drew's presence harmed everyone around her. Survival, in Willow's opinion, trumped feeling, and that internal calculation never halted long enough for remorse to set in. When asked if Willow truly wanted Drew dead, McMullen admitted her perspective had shifted over time, saying, "At first I thought she was doing all of this to try to kill him," but explained that Willow's goal had narrowed to something colder and more precise, keeping him incapacitated and contained rather than eliminating him altogether. Control, not closure. With Drew unable to move or talk, Willow had achieved her primary goal: leverage. McMullen presented that power imbalance as the focus rather than the confession itself. She described Willow as someone seeking to maintain her world before allowing things to alter again, believing she could control when and how Drew would return to it. This similar rationale extended to Willow's choice to sneak a key onto Michael's key ring during a custody meeting. McMullen portrayed it as retaliatory but not fatalistic. Willow didn't expect Michael to suffer lasting harm, just enough disturbance to make things feel equal. This belief was founded in her intuition that he would always be protected. When asked if redemption was even conceivable after all this, McMullen evaded assurance, stating, "What she's gone through, I'm sure it's going to change her," leaving the rest open-ended. She agreed that GH has a long tradition of people bearing tragic backstories without clean conclusions. Willow's tale, at least for now, continues in that same awkward space, unresolved, watchful, and very much still in motion. GH spoilers: enough with the kissing cousins. Will Charlotte and Danny be the next Sasha and Cody? General Hospital spoilers suggest Charlotte Cassadine and Danny Morgan are kissing cousins, and not exactly everyone is here for it. After the long-winded romance between Cody Bell and Sasha Gilmore Corbin that left fans heartbroken as they both had to come to grips with what their love meant after realizing they were cousins, most of us aren't ready for round 2 with Charlotte and Danny. Of course, the links that join these two aren't exactly at the level of first cousins, but it's not nothing either. First cousins' first kiss. This family tree may become fairly convoluted, so try to keep with me. Charlotte and Danny are officially second cousins. Charlotte's father is Valentine Cassadine. Valentine's father was Victor Cassadine. Victor's brother was Mikos Cassadine, who was Alexis Davis's father. Alexis being Danny's grandma, this means Charlotte's grandpa and Danny's great-grandfather were brothers. That makes Charlotte and Danny second cousins, once removed. GH spoilers say there is outrage and applause. Some fans are liking the thought of young love blossoming everlasting in Port Charles. We've lapped it up over the years with other couples like Elizabeth Baldwin and Lucky Spencer, and still do alongside even the most traumatic youthful love tales, like Jocelyn Joss Jacks losing Oscar Nero Quartermain. So it's not strange that the fans would applaud Danny on for going for a girl like Charlotte. The problem isn't each one of them, but their common DNA, that makes others cringe. Can we blame them? I'm not sure where this trend of coupling cousins together in romance is coming from, but it overstayed its welcome the previous go-round if you ask me. General Hospital spoilers, how far can this go? Recall that Cody and Sasha called it quits just as soon as she learned of her actual parentage and that Robert Scorpio was her father. His brother being Max Scorpio, Cody's father, meaning their relationship was cut short. But we're grateful it was before it could be completed. So how long will GH let Danny and Charlotte fall for each other before course-correcting, or are they testing the waters for exactly how many corners they can cut on cousins until the fanbase balks? Ick. General Hospital spoilers, Albrecht forbids Nathan and Lulu's romance, Team Maxi all the way? General Hospital teasers imply that Liesl Albrecht may prevent Nathan West and Lulu Spencer's relationship. Albrecht may be on Team Maxi Jones all the way and tell Nathan that he can't betray his real love like this. Nina Reeves was supportive of Nathan following his heart, but Liesl may not feel the same way, at least until she finds out where it's heading him. Albrecht and Lulu definitely have some difficulties with each other, so Liesl may encourage Nathan to discard his twisted obsession. Once Albrecht gets updated, she may rave about this being a great betrayal of Maxi. Liesl can argue that her son deserves more than Lulu anyhow and advise him to quit this folly. Nathan is a mature man who can make decisions for himself, but Albrecht is an overbearing mother and the sort of person who speaks her mind. In other words, Nathan can't stop Liesl from listing out all the reasons why a relationship with Lulu would be a poor idea. Of course, Albrecht might stir up more friction with Lulu if she finds out about Liesl trying to pump the brakes. Riling up Lulu might impede Albrecht's desire to bond with Rocco Falconeri, so she'll have to be careful. However, Liesl may claim that Lulu and Dante Falconeri are going to find up back together sooner or later. Albrecht would suggest that Nathan should avoid getting his heart destroyed and only focus on Maxi once she awakens. Maxi's wake-up call is just around the horizon as Kirsten Storm's first GH episode back will air on February 12th. It won't be long at all until Nathan's love life gets even more difficult. Liesl might generate issues of her own if she decides to wade in and try to dissuade Nathan from pursuing Lulu. Nathan may have some mom drama to deal with, so don't miss Albrecht's likely reaction to any romantic Lulu news. General Hospital spoilers suggest Nathan has more disasters ahead of him one way or another. General Hospital spoilers, Willow's frame-up backfires as Trina and Kai expose the real shooter. General Hospital spoilers warn that Willow Kane's disastrous Michael Corinthos frame-up might cost her. Will Trina Robinson and Kai Taylor ultimately reveal Drew Kane's actual shooter? Since Kai and Trina were at Drew's house that night, they heard Willow's special ringtone for Wiley Corinthos and knew she must have been there as well. Trina and Kai discovered out Willow fired the trigger on Drew, but she got away with it owing to the jury's not guilty judgment. Now Willow's working hard to reconnect with her children, even if it means putting Michael to prison in the process. Willow has great intentions for the key that Martin Gray snatched from Tracy Quartermain, therefore GH teasers imply horrible news is ahead for Michael. Once Willow sets Michael up by placing that key, the police may think he used it to get inside Drew's place on the night of the shooting. Michael's arrest may be coming up, but just how far will Trina and Kai let all this go? There's no way Kai and Trina will let Michael arrive in Pentonville without disclosing everything they know. Trina wouldn't allow Jocelyn Jack's brother go down for this without doing all in her power to save him. Kai may once again try to leave Trina out of this, but it won't work for her. Trina isn't the sort of woman to sit back and let Kai take all the heat, so you can bet she'll want to testify too if it comes to that. Willow may think this key will lead to Michael's trial and allow her to acquire full custody of Wiley and Amelia Corinthos. However, it might possibly be the impetus for Trina and Kai to come forward with the truth about Drew's shooter. This frame-up scheme may be the last straw for Kai and Trina, so stay tuned for updates on whether they'll reveal Willow as the one who fired at Drew twice in his living room. Willow can't go back on trial for Drew's attempted murder owing to double jeopardy, but other types of retribution might be in store. Trina and Kai's testimony might damage the custody dispute and leave Willow appearing much too dangerous to be near her own kids. General Hospital spoilers suggest Willow may regret some of the aggressive actions she's making against Michael, so don't miss all the mounting drama. Britt cornered, Dante furious, Michael's nightmare, Willow's chilling vow. Willow confesses her frightening plan to Drew, Britt is put on the position at work, and worries mount that Michael's legal nightmare is about to begin. Fans may anticipate Willow Tate Kane to reveal Drew Kane her purpose. Christina Corinthos Davis unites with Jacinda Breckel. Plus, Britt Westbourne is confronted by Elizabeth Liz Baldwin. Key points: Willow coldly reveals her plan to Drew Kane. Britt Westbourne is confronted at the hospital. Michael Corinthos faces possible arrest. Christina bonds with Jacinda and chooses sides. Dante Falconeri pushes for answers on the next General Hospital. Brooke Lynn Quartermaine's discovery. Let's start off with Brooke Lynn Quartermaine. The brunette went after Harrison Chase for asking Molly Lansing Davis about Michael Corinthos. Next, Michael will come up to the mansion to chat to BLQ. The two will discuss about how Michael is going to be next to be arrested and charged with Drew Kane's shooting. Christina Corinthos Davis assurance over with Christina, she catches up with Jacinda. The two have become close friends, and Christina truly likes the lady with her brother. However, things are tricky. During their talk, Christina states that she's looking forward to Michael proving Jacinda wrong. Britt Westbourne confronted General Hospital. Spoilers for Friday, February 6th suggest that Liz confronts Britt at the hospital. Just as Britt is heading into work, Liz asks her, "Should I tell her you're late because you're moonlighting at Windmere?" Britt looks panicked, but she will have to do some quick talking. It is also suggested that Liz will defuse a difficult situation. Meanwhile, Britt pushes back. Willow Tate Kane's intent at home. Willow tells Drew what she has planned. The woman has given her new spouse locked-in syndrome. The lady will boast about all she's done and going to do, but there is absolutely nothing Drew can do about it. For now, Drew will listen as Willow says, all of that ends now. As for Willow's next move, she actually made a deal with Michael. That means Willow gets the kids part of the time. While she does love her children, her bad chapter might impact the kids. I wonder just how far she will go to achieve what she wants, and what happens when the wicked nurse is discovered. Could Wiley Corinthos wind up stumbling into something? What else to expect? As for what else to expect in the upcoming episode, Dante Falconeri will be persistent. Then, in a sample film, the man says, "How far do you think you can push me?" Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.